Hello, my Cancers. It is Sagittarian Truth Seeker here, and I am here with your mid-month love reading. All right, so I already have laid out the cards. I've already pre-shuffled just to keep the time short. Also, the way that I do my readings have changed because I want them to be as positive as possible. I'm trying to grasp the soul instead of the ego. So my readings from now on will be soul readings. This will be more pure. It will get rid of a lot of the ego or the masked energies, and it will tell more of what is purely going on. Okay? All right, now let's start. So the energy that you guys are in, the phase that you guys are in is actually the new moon in Cancer. Okay, so the new moon in Cancer has to deal with you and your loved ones are safe, but this is more of an intimate time. This is about kind of your private life. Okay, so this kind of has to deal a lot with you, your family, your friends, everybody who is very close to you. Of course, love as well, but this has a big deal to do with intimacy and things kind of happening to us on an emotional level. But what it shows is we are where we are supposed to be. So we're at our most comfortable energy. Okay, so the things that we need to surrender to is the surrender to silence and surrender to passion. And in the shadows over here, the reason why we're needing to do that is because we're frustrated. Okay, it's saying we're frustrated, and your shadow energy shows the Two of Wands, and that can be a frustrating thing to choose between either or. Okay, there's a situation where it's like, do we go for what we're used to? Do we go for what we're passionate about? Which direction do I go from here? Okay, and when you're at this stage, you feel like you're lacking something, or you lack something in the past for where we have to look forward to the future. But what I do see, because in every reading or every card, something else grabs your eye when you're relaying a message to somebody. So what I'm seeing is this person kind of trying to peek in on where it is you're going to go. So, this could be, of course, your cross watcher or whatever, but there's somebody really keeping an eye on the way that that you're going to maneuver. What's going to be your next step? And even in the shadows here, we do have the Five of Cups energy, which is like, at the end of the day, it's not being satisfied with how something played out. This is where the frustration comes from. If I'm not satisfied, or if I feel like I have to move on or to go in a different direction, which way do I go? So the way that you're thinking, if you're frustrated about this, if you feel like it has you feeling stagnant or complacent, it's just saying, just be quiet, be still, meditate and contemplate, or whatever it is you want. But your answer will be surrender to what you're passionate about and what's passionate about you. And that's the thing that a lot of us are having to come to ties with, is that sometimes we have passion and we have feelings for things that don't feel the same for us, and that has to make us change direction or change focus. So really pay attention to that, because what we're needing to do is to be upfront and honest with ourselves. So that's why a lot of times the Two of Wands is known as the crossroads. You have two energies here, but you're looking at the world of opportunities here, new chapters. Maybe I don't want either of these. Maybe I want something new. Or maybe what's surrounding me is not really what I desire. It's not full. It's not full of the potential that I have to give, or the love that I have to give. I'm not receiving that, but I'm surrounded by it. But what else is out there? Somebody's peeking in on you. All right? All right, so let's see where you are in this situation here. You are at the Seven of Swords, okay? Some of you are at the point, and this is silence. The Seven of Swords, this is the clever energy. This is planning on doing something in the background, but saying nothing at all to anybody. And the new moon of Cancer is represented by your private life. So they're even saying whatever move, because you really need to be careful, because somebody is watching you. Okay, and I feel like this person doesn't need to be watching you. So it doesn't even have to be a lover. With the Cancer, new moon in Cancer, Cancer is about family. So there's a need for you to be quiet about your next move. And it's surrounded by love. And some of you know that. Some of you know, I can no longer tell this family member, I can no longer tell this person what I have going on in my life, because every time I do this, there seems to be some type of negative influence or interference with this person. This is when somebody is kind of interfering with your life and you're frustrated. And they're telling you what you need to do. The energy that you honing right now is, I feel like, where you need to be. Because there's a need to say nothing to anybody about where you're going next. But it is to plan. It's to strategically plan on where it is that you want to go. This is about sneaking, or maybe even getting away from something. Getting away from whoever this energy is that's like just have eyeballing you. And for some of you, it's like they know your next move. Or they're really observing you to know where you're going. You know, whatever it is, it's a very irritating energy, honestly. It's a very irritating energy. So it's best to just be quiet. And this could even be a friend. It could even be like what you feel like is a best friend. Okay? Moving in silence. So, where the universe is wanting us to be, what we're striving towards, is the Strength card here. Okay. This is patience. They're trying to get you strong. Because like I said, with this Cancer, it's a very emotional time. It's a time of vulnerability. But what they're wanting you to do is make sure that you have the strength and the power to move on. So sometimes that's just not saying anything. Sometimes that's just silence and going within. Okay? They're wanting you to be strong. They're wanting you not to show they're wanting you not to show your weakness to somebody that is around you in your energy that could possibly take advantage of you. Okay? This is protection. They're trying to protect you and get you to protect yourself. And I don't really mean, I'm not saying like in magic or anything like that. I'm more so talking about, you know, somebody just keeping an eye on you to make sure that they interfere with your next move. Okay? So our obstacle, is success. The Six of Wands. Our obstacle is getting what it is that we want. Because somebody's eyeballing us and don't want us to succeed. And it is a love reading, so this is surrounded by love. And like I said, it could be family. A lot of people are really finding out about family. It's like, don't say nothing. Distance yourself from certain people in your life and see how dramatic of a change your life is. That's what I had to do. Like, separate from some people and realize how things just begin to work for you. Okay? Yep. Nine of Swords. Frustration. There's your frustration here. Recent past. Something is annoying us. And now we're so boggled in our mind, like, how do I get out of this? How do I run away from this? How do I escape from this? How do I escape from what is causing me like a headache? All I want to do is be in a good headspace and win. Because you're dealing with somebody who's blocking your blessings. Okay? So let me get some thoughts over here. What's some energy thoughts surrounding my Cancers, please? Look, the blame game. All right. So the person who's looking at you, look like you guys had too many disagreements, okay? And something seems to be, it may have been very argumentative, but at the end of the day, when it comes to the blame game, nobody wins. Because the situation is the same regardless of the blame game. I always say that. But there's somebody who's putting too many limitations on the way that you move, and you need to get out of that. That's why you're at this sneaky, how do I escape energy? Too many restrictions. This is you can't be who you want to be. You can't express yourself the way you want to. It's saying get out of your head and feel the fire. So some of you, you're mentally stuck in a situation that you don't feel any type of desire for, really. Maybe it's just out of comfort. Okay. Woo. All right. We got some stuff thrown over here. Somebody has some secrets. All right. So one thing we got, and that can also go with the Nine of Swords. There's somebody who is stuck on an ex. Then I have, I'm interested, very interested. So somebody's still like interested in an ex. And some of y'all got an ex that's that's interested in you, that is refusing to let go. And some of you, this is your Nine of Swords. But your thing is, you're trying to figure out, okay, how do I get over this person? How do I move past this person? Why can't we fix it? And the universe is like, you need to go deep within and you need to find out why you feel like you're glued or stuck to this person. And if it's meant to be, why is it so frustrating? Okay. So the deep-rooted issue of this is the world. This is a new chapter. This is why you're frustrated, because it's time to go. When you're represented, or when you get this, somebody has new opportunities. Whether it looks like it's the both of you. You got to release that. You guys got to get out of this. You see why I'm seeing too many restrictions there? The restrictions still come because we're putting ourselves here, though. It's saying we need to take time to heal ourselves, or we need to take time for ourselves. But it could be the thought of this person that's just having you entrapped. Your soul is feeling bound to a situation that it no longer wants to be in. If you want me to be honest with you, this is a soul reading. The soul reading's like, we need to, face our fears, get past this. Because we want to be successful in love. We have to get out of these old patterns. Sometimes there's no way to fix something. We have to get out of this, or we're going to be bound to our situations as they are, and they go nowhere. Because you guys somebody's going to cause themselves some anxiety here. Your soul is wanting out. But your ego, your pride, and your feelings is wanting to stay in this. And we've been granted. And we've completed this. So we're at a crossroad here that is not really a crossroad. It's not a crossroad at all. Once you're granted this, you have ended that chapter successfully. You have learned whatever it is, but we're just not ready to close that book. We want to read it all over again. Okay? So if we keep going at this tempo, at this speed, in the same direction here, if this is resonating to where you're just still in here, we still end up having to move on. Not the hardest thing. Challenges here. But at the end of the day, regardless, we're still going to have to move on. Why? Because I like to show you mirrors. Because new, end of the chapter, end of this full end of a cycle. This is a completion with this, whoever this energy is, with whatever this is. And so, yes, we've been through hell and back, but it's time to move on. It's time to carry on. Now, the only thing is choosing which direction we are wanting to go in after that. Because this is where we're headed. And, we're at a crossroad that's not really a crossroad. This is just hesitation to move. Because this person is stealing your energy. So silence can also represent cutting somebody off. So how to get over what is holding you back is, what did I say? The Star card. Fully replenish yourself. Mind, body, spirit. That's how you win. And if you change this course of action, look at that. Look, if you finally take that step, which is not the easiest step, it's a pretty hard step right now because we're in an emotional energy with the moon in Cancer. It's a very emotional energy. So we have to get past our emotions. Logical. Replenish, renew, restore. And we look what we have. We get the 10 of Cups. If we reroute this, if we take all this out and let that ending be that ending, let this chapter complete itself, let that cycle be gone, move forward, we get the 10 of Cups. And you know why? Anytime that you get this fulfillment, it's because you fulfilled within yourself. This is the wish card. But you get this wish by replenishment. Okay? You get this wish by replenishment. What I tell people, if you half-ass heal yourself, okay, then you'll result in like a half-ass relationship. I mean, that's just what it is. That's why, you know, you hear every tarot reader and psychics, they say heal, but that is so important and people do not understand that. And that's what your higher self is wanting you to do. This is courage. This is fearful, you know, but it's about taming those old patterns and those old thoughts and all this overthinking. You need to replace that with something that's beneficial to you. Let me switch that around. But changing course of action gets you your happily ever after. So it's about kind of hopping in the car and leaving, because a chariot is known as, you know, travel. Whether traveling physically, mentally, or emotionally, but it's traveling away from what caused so many obstacles in your life. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you for your time. See you later.